Good evening. At least for me, it's another beautiful evening, and I have a journey I want to share with you. I want to travel to Nyeri. At least I'm going to bring some more seedlings because I've had so much interest from you guys, and I appreciate. And most people have shown interest on starting what we have started here. So I'm on my way to get more seedlings. But as I go get that seedlings, I also want to see from where it all began, because it began in Nyeri. The inspiration started in Nyeri. Organic farming inspiration started in Nyeri. All this that we have done in this farm started in Nyeri. So as we are replicating what we carried from home, we also want to go and see if we are on the right track. So that's why I've been encouraging you people, let's walk the journey together. When you do it 2 or 3 or 4 more people, it's easier to exchange notes. Where we are going wrong or where we are having challenges, we go and we sit back and find out what was the cause of our issue. Or if you are doing well, you also pat ourselves on the back and we say, good work. So start the journey with us. We'll be doing a transverse of so much that we have learned from the central part, and we bring that knowledge to the Mlemba nation. So at the end of the day, Western, Central, East Africa, Northern Africa, we should be the same. So follow me and enjoy this road trip back to the cadre of human beings. Thank you. From the beautiful county of Nyeri, and today I want us to talk about how in our small pieces of land we can make use of integrated farming to have both our cash crops and our subsistent farming. So as you can see, this region is known well for tea and coffee. So as you'll be walking through the lands, you'll be able to see not all the land has been used for tea or coffee. They have a section of the land that is doing tea. They have a section of the land that is doing coffee. Then they have a section of the land that is doing the food that they use on a daily basis. This is a mature Hass plant that is around 3 years. This is how far it can go. There's no pruning done here. This is the height of the Hass avocado. So it has been intercropped with the tea leaves and also with the coffee. So at the end of the day, you have both benefits. Benefit from selling the Hass avocado, and then benefit from selling your coffee, benefit from selling your tea leaves, and still you have vegetables growing in between. As you can see also, as cover crop to the coffees, they have done also food farming, where we have the beans, we have the vegetables, we have the maize. Though here they are still small, I'll show you the upper region where they have done better. So when you think about farming, remember the soil is an element for only holding the tree. It is the nutrients that are found in the soil that are relevant for how your plant will come out and how much they will give you. So when you don't invest in the nutrients of your soil, you'll end up having so much in your farm, but in terms of production, your production will go low. So invest in farming techniques that at the end of the day, you not only reap from the plantations that are up, you'll also be feeding the soil by having varieties of plants that are covering the crop. And as you can see for this land, the sun is not hitting the soil. So there is no loss of any nutrients or moisture from the soil, because they have done so well cover cropping of their soils. So this is what we are trying to teach. Let us engage in proper cover cropping of our soils, intercropping of our agricultural products, and better of all, also let us invest in new technologies, new plants that will at the end of the day bring us better results in terms of our output from the farms. So let's go look at our vegetation are using for local consumption. Cabbages, we are doing cabbages here. So still these are for local consumption. We have our pumpkins. So also note the way the soil has been well covered. We have the terere. The terere is also doing well. We have the maize that has been well intercropped in this region. And you can also see how they are doing. The beans are even climbing on top of the maize. So you can see the output from this region is very commendable because of good farming practice. We can also move on the upper side. You see how the performance is. So this is the home use section of the farm. So still you can see the same concept. You have cash crop and you have subsistence farming for your home use. We have vegetables. You see the kales are super well produced. We have cabbages. We have pumpkin. We have terere here. We have our maize. Still we have our mango tree here. And for our milk in the morning, we have the dairy farming at the upper part of the farm. So integrated farming is about making maximum use of your land, so that at the end of the day, you do not invest. When you invest in one product, instead of investing in a variety of products, you'll end up, if your cost of investment for that one product will cost you so much, you'll not have something to substitute that cost. But when you do integrated farming, if your cost of maize farming has been high, but your cost of vegetable farming has been able to subside the cost of maize farming, then you not feel the impact of the investment. But when you only invest in one type of farming, then by the time, in case you not have the harvest that you are planning for that type of farming, then you will not be able to enjoy your farming practice. So embrace integrated farming to be able to balance it out. Balance out the high cost investment with the low cost investment to be able to break even in terms of your production. So the fertilizer or the manure that we are using for all our planting, you're getting it from the livestock. You're seeing this is only one cattle and it's able to give us all this manure. So still this is organic farming, healthy living. As I was telling you before, you don't need to have so much invested in terms of livestock. You can even have either one cow or 10 goats. Someone told me if you interchange the dairy goats with a cow, you can be able to have 10 goats. Even 2 are enough. But have something that will give you the organic manure instead of using the fertilizer, because you see, organic manure has microorganisms still living inside the tissues. But the fertilizers that we buy from the agrovet are chemicals that they keep burning up and increasing the acidity of your soil. By increasing this acidity, it is not providing the atmosphere that is required so that the soil can have the nutrition and the bacteria that are needed to invest in these crops. So when you ask yourself, why is it that my maize are not doing as well as my neighbor's maize? You're investing in fertilizers that are acidic and they are burning up the microorganism. But maybe your neighbor is investing in organic fertilizer that boosts the microorganics that are in the soil. That is the difference. And at the end of the day, the person who does organic farming, these are the types of harvest they will have. And the person who does not do organic fertilizers, organic manure, they might not be having the same production as a person who is investing in organic. Look at the vegetable in this region. This is kunde in the native Luya language. See how big the leaves are. Look at this. Look at this pumpkin leaf. Just see one leaf. And this is the area that is covered by the livestock farming. Look at how this avocado is flowering. And also look at how big the leaves are. Someone does not have to tell you that organic farming is the correct way to go. You just have to look at this area. We also have sugarcane in this area. See the way they are so purple and they look even tastier before you even put it in your mouth, because it is in an area where the nutrients from the manure has really taken hold of the soil, and it is so rich in this place. So at the end of the day, these people will not depend on food from the groceries. They'll harvest their food from the land. So food security has increased, and also the income generated has increased. So we urge you to take organic farming seriously, invest in integrated farming. Don't choose just one type of farming method. Walk around. As you've seen, you have come from Western and you are in Nyeri, and you are here so that you can learn. This is how we do when you want to cook it. This is how you prepare it. You remove the fiber. Then after you have removed the fiber, you cut off this, you prepare your meal, and you eat. I hope you'll join us. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you keep following us. And in case of any comment, kindly reach out to us. We share ideas. Thank you, and hope to see you again in our next episode. Goodbye. As you can see, and I also wanted to bring your attention to mulching that you have done on this avocado. You can see the dead weeds are dried up and they are put below the tree. It helps the tree with nutrition and also maintains the moisture on the soil. We also have done mulching on our maize. Come and see. Here we have our organic compost, which is still drying up, and it has been put below the maize. And you can see how the maize are becoming so green. So when you go into integrated farming, also ensure you embrace organic farming, because organic farming will give you more in terms of production from your maize or from your products of the farm, that's compared to fertilizer, the artificial fertilizer. Look at this vegetable, how they are doing also. So we are continuing with our harvesting. These waru, as you've seen, they are called Irish potatoes. When they are ready for removal from the farm, you will see them dye their leaves. So this is why we are uprooting. And now you can see, this is the harvest. So it depends with the season and how you fed your crops. That's how you'll get your output. So we can see if we can harvest another one from here. Let's look at this one. So we have some, you see? So it's good you come with a plowing stick when you're doing this, so that you can check if there are others. What we use this, maybe you might be asking yourself, what will these small ones be used for? After we are done with the harvest, we'll sort them out. The big ones, we'll use them for our home use, and the small ones will become seed for the next planting season. So there is nothing that goes to waste. These small ones, put them well and use them as what is it called, the seeds for your next planting season. Then the big ones, use them for your house use. So it is a joy. So it's a joy to be a farmer. As you can see, I am a very happy person. Right now, how much does waru fetch in the market? And here I've been able to gather 1 debe of waru. So my people, when I talk about farming, this is the old one that became the mother plant. As you can see, the way it has died out, and you see the size that it was. So don't be worried if you get small warus from, just look at how much I've been able to gather there. So when I talk about farming, I know what I'm saying, and I know how much we need it as a nation. So let's see, wherever you are, don't have the notion that farming of waru can only come from a certain region. We can also do farming from where we are. I have more waru here. You see, the deeper you go, the bigger suckers you get, but the shallower you go. So when you're also doing your harvesting, have that hook jembe and be able to plow until the deepest part. Thank you, and see you again in our next episode.
What is kind of waste skuma which do you have here? It's very big.
That is just the normal skuma. It is the organic fertilizer that we are using that has made it produce that much. And you see, this one can feed a family for like how long? 1 whole month.
And why do you prune it like this?
So that we can increase the new leaves that are being removed by the plant, instead of depending on the dried out leaves. So see you again, and hope to see you again in Kakamega. Ciao. This is all we have from Nyeri County, and you're also invited to follow us. Next time we'll be having our farm trip in search of new ideas on farming. Welcome, and subscribe. Bye. Yes, and after all that hard work, now I have some returns that I can go show.
Now, what do you tell the people of Western?
Let us do this. Let us do this. No questions asked. Get into farming, and let's.
So, what are those in those bags?
Those are potatoes, the seeds for
The one that you have harvested,
yes, yes, and we want to go also start some farming in our small land.
Okay.
So I really invite you to join us, and I really invite you so that we can increase. It's all about food security.
How do you tell farmers in Nyeri?
Thank you so much for teaching us. I've exchanged notes, I've learned so much, and I'm glad that I was able to have this privilege.
What will you tell Mulembe farmers? Mulembe farmers.
We are coming there, we are getting there. This one will come from the Mulembe Nation the next time. Thank you.